Guys, for coming on. All right. So, I won't lie, my day got a little crazy because Suzanne hates shopping so bad that I tried on 30 some odd outfits today. Which means I haven't reread these notes, but I do remember they were really good. And I'm going to take a piece of paper myself because, well, I guess the question becomes, do you guys want to do this together or do you want to just take notes and then do it on your own?
Take notes, preferably.
All right. It's not that complicated. Well, then I don't need paper. Okay. So the first thing first is you guys want to think about 5 priorities in your life that need attention. So these are things that will actually lead to life significance. Like, it's not like, oh, my toilet's clogged. That wasn't actually a pun, ironically. We're having sword issues here as well. And so then you want to think about why these things are worth fighting for to you. So part of this and why I was so opposed to it for so long is because of the factor that they want you to write your future in the present sense. So when we build our statements, what we're going to do is we're going to say them out loud every day for 10 to 15 minutes. And I won't lie, there was no way I was sitting out loud and saying it for 10 to 15 minutes. But what I did was is I recorded it on my phone of me saying it, and I put it on as a loop. And I just would like making my breakfast and doing other things and hearing it play out loud over and over. The reason I put this off for so long is because they want you to say it in future tense. Hey, Laurel. Hold on, I'm going to backtrack so Laurel can know what we're doing, but it's not because we only said like 2 things.
Sorry.
So it's fine. I appreciate you coming on. So essentially what I said was I wanted everyone to write down the top 5 priorities in their life that are going to lead up to significance. And then I was essentially just talking about the visualization. So what happens is they want you to write these statements in future tense of how it's going to become for you. But then you're going to say it as though it's happening now. So like, I am living debt-free, and I have helped the people on my team achieve multiple goals from early retirement, getting more time with their family, paying their own debt, and be able to, sorry, I read my sister's note, and be able to have more time to do the things that they love. That's obviously super generic. But what the point is that I said it as though it's already happening. And that's a huge key to the success of this and why I put it off for so long, because I was like, it's just really weird to me to be saying something that doesn't exist. So I decided to try it because I was like, my life is not going the way that I want. And so what else do I have to lose? And really, it puts your mind in like a totally different place. When I would wake up and be like, oh, God, that person didn't buy their challenge pack, or I have another challenge group starting tomorrow and I have 1 person in it or whatever. Obviously, I'm referring to our old business. I would listen to this statement over and over, and it would actually really put me in a totally different mindset. So when I decided to give up on Beachbody and just be a hobby coach, I stopped listening to it. And then I got a new phone, and it's not saved on this phone yet, which is fine because it's obviously not relevant anymore. But I do feel that this is something that is important for all of us to do, because although this setup is totally different and it is an easier system, we're still having to deal with no's. We're still having to deal with different paces of success. And so by getting comfortable with what your future is going to be like, the easier it's going to be to push through those hard days.
Where's your balloon? Where's the balloon?
Who's talking, Gabby?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know I had
It's
I have
fine.
my
Do you want me
audio.
to mute you so you can talk to your kid?
Sorry,
I can
my
mute
bad.
you.
I don't want him to sleep until I get home. Sorry.
That's fine. So by visualization, you're essentially setting yourself up to allow your mind to go where you want it to go before you've actually been there. So now the steps to making your visualization statement. So you're going to take your why and make it present tense into statements that you feel will help build your confidence. Let's see, hold on. Okay, so they gave examples. So I'll read you some examples that again are not relevant to us, but it said like you're making a present tense statement. So for example, as a coach, I feel strong, happy, empowered, loved, and confident because I have balance with my fitness and nutrition. So you're essentially writing something like that. How to make your visualization statement. So first you have to identify the key parts of your why. So you guys are going to sit down and think about why you joined this business. And some of you guys gave me really in-depth whys, and for when I asked like, hey, I need that sentence of why we're going to, when I posted in the group, and some of you didn't, and that's okay, because I'm sure some of those are personal. But you do want to remember that your why is going to be what keeps you moving forward. Okay. So I really have thought about my why for this company and different things that I want. Although to be honest, things are moving so quickly, it has been changing a little bit every day because some of the goals I originally had for this company, I was like, okay, I want to pay my debt off and I want to be saving for retirement and I want to, I wish I could shut the notifications off on my phone. And the crazier part is, it's people who should be on this call that are messaging me right now. But anyways, and they're all going to watch me say that. So, although Erica has a valid excuse. She did a great phone call with Sherry a second ago. That's what she was messaging me about. So essentially, like, I want Ian to be able to do things that he wants in his life. Ian has been more than supportive of me since I was 15 years old. I mean, he moved to Western Mass because of me. He let us go into debt multiple times because of me. He works at the dog daycare because of me. He doesn't get to do anything because of me. And so one of my big reasons for joining this company was to change that for him, because I want him to be able to have his goals in life. And another big reason was that I wanted to have a retirement. And then a side reason was like, well, it would be great if I didn't have to work the daycare, but I'm probably never going to quit the vet. Well, now that I really believe in this vision and I believe in this company and I understand that the real income potential here, my why has become even bigger. I mean, I had given up the thought of doing a dog human gym, and sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I still would want to do that. At the same time, some days I'm like, maybe this is all I want to do, and I want to just relax and play with my dogs and travel. So I'm hoping after ILA that will clarify for me a little bit. But I'm hoping that you guys have a good clarified why for now. And don't forget, this can always be changed. So the first step is for you to sit down and really itemize your why. The second step is for you to list 5 or more words that describe how you feel when you feel like you're succeeding towards your why.
Say that again.
List 5 or more words describing how you feel when you are succeeding at reaching your why. And so it's actually really that simple, okay? Then you're just going to make it into a statement. So when I did this, I actually like wrote out things in my why. I wish I still had mine. I thought it was on here, but it's not. Oh, let me make sure I'm not wrong. No, my why statement was something like this. Hold on, I just want to see how they started the suggestion. As a coach, I feel accomplished and successful because I have helped other people reach their health and fitness goals, and because I have earned my husband and I financial freedom. And then you're going to end it with a statement about emotionally what that makes you feel like. Because I have succeeded at this, I feel like a more successful person in my life, and that I could accomplish anything I put my mind to. Something like that. Sorry, I did not prepare for this call enough. Oh, I need like 10 more hours in the day. All right, so let me recap, and then we'll see if there's questions. So essentially, you're going to break down your why. And I'm happy to sit here and do this right now with anyone who wants to stay on with me. Essentially, you're going to sit down and break down your why. Then you're going to write down 5 words or more that are going to be included in your why statement. Like, that's the whole purpose of this, is you want those emotional words to be added to your why statement. And then you're going to write a conclusion statement about how that makes you feel, and then you make it into a sentence. What questions does that bring anyone? All right, does anyone want to sit here while I do mine, and then I will be able to give you guys a real statement?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to pause the recording so whoever watches this doesn't have to sit here and watch me all type. But it won't take me very long because I'm actually pretty good at this. So hold on a moment, and you.
You're good.
Oh, hold on. Recording pause. Okay, great. I thought I had not paused it that whole time, and then just paused it right then, but I totally did. Thanks. I am good. So
I love your confidence.
So ironically, confidence was one of my words. Mm-hmm. So one of the reasons that I also think this is a hard thing for a lot of people is because it makes you feel egotistical. Mm-hmm. And so as I was writing out my words, I was like, oh man, I sound like a jerk. But as I put it all together, I realized that it really does. I'm not a jerk because my whole complete statement was because I care about other people. So for my why, I wrote down, I want financial freedom. I want to help others live pain-free lives. I want to be able to travel. And by financial freedom, I mean for both me and Ian. So that's why Ian didn't really make the list. For my why, my words, I wrote confident, proud, happy, healthy, and successful. So my statement went like this. As a H.E.A.L business partner, I feel confident, word number 1, that I can help people heal both financially and physically. I am proud that I have helped others live both physically and emotionally pain-free lives. I am happy that I am living a successful life. I live H.E.A.L. That was only 3 words, but I have 5 here. Hold on. Confident, proud, happy, and I didn't drink, I swear. Healthy.
You're so funny.
I
think you just missed a couple.
I did. They were all in there. So I will repeat the statement again. As a H.E.A.L business partner, I feel confident that I can help people heal both financially and physically. I am proud that I have been able to help others live both physically and emotionally pain-free. I am happy that I am living a successful life. I live H.E.A.L, which I just decided to end that because that's how we all end the DFY things, and I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
So all I did was take the 3 pieces of my why, add each of them into a sentence, and pair one of the adjectives about how it makes me feel into that sentence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does anyone want to try and do one? All right, I won't make you guys. I'm going to make mine better, although that wasn't so bad for like a 4-minute write out. I'm going to improve mine and put a lot of thought into this, okay? And when I do, I'm going to share it in the motivational group. And I would love it if anyone feels comfortable sharing theirs. But like I
Okay.
said, I do record mine because I knew I wouldn't sit in front of a mirror and say this 10 minutes every day. But I did put it on my phone and I would play it out loud. And it does, like, I even feel better just reading that, which I know sounds super crazy since one, it was done in like half a second, and two, it's not exactly what I want, but it did make me feel better because that's how I would feel. Like, as we all heal as a community, both physically and financially, that's going to make me really, really proud. And I do really believe this company can allow us for that. So the fact that I can say that I can confidently do that is a totally true statement. So the one things that are really awkward are that you're kind of talking egotistical about yourself in a way you think you're not, but you think because you're thinking of in the future. And you're also stating stuff that hasn't happened yet, which is a weird concept.
Because even if you don't feel like that right now, you still should put it in there because that's how you want to feel, right?
Exactly. Yes. So
Okay.
this is how you want to feel. It's not how you feel right now.
Okay.
Okay. Because obviously I haven't healed anyone's, including myself's, financial struggles yet. Right?
Right.
But I straight up said that I feel confident that I can heal these people and that I'm proud that I have. So those are not true statements yet, but they're going to be.
Okay.
And I think that that's the mind trip for everyone. The mind trip is the factor that you're stating stuff that is going to happen in the future, and if you're struggling believing it, it makes it hard to put it on paper, right? If you're afraid to believe in these things, it's like, oh, how can I do it? So that's the whole purpose of the visualization. Like Gabby brought up a vision board in the chat the other day, and vision boards are great. But I also know personally, I'm a type of person who will easily avoid looking at a vision board every day. Or I'll look at it, but not like actually absorb what is in the vision on the board. But when I hear my own physical voice saying it out loud over and over and over, it's very empowering for me. And I will say that although this was part of a Beachbody class, I had heard that from multiple successful people in and out of network marketing, that they really live in the future and not in the moment. And that's one thing that a lot of really successful people believe in. I actually should have asked David Nieves if he does that. Next time I talk to him, I will, which I'm going to see him at H.E.A.L if I don't talk to him before then. But when I asked him what he does every day, I will say personal development made his list twice. And I said, hey, David, you said that twice. And he goes, oh, well, that's because it's that important. So every day he does personal development. And he said I actually do it twice a day, which is probably why I said it twice a day. He said every day I do personal development, every day I exercise, every day I reach out to people, whether it's new people or follow-ups or a combination. Every day he tracks his numbers, and now I'm going to look because I have that all written down too, and I feel like it correlates with this call really well. So let's see. Every day he does 5 income-bringing activities. He exercises. He does personal development. He tracks his numbers. He communicates with his team. And he actually documents his day daily. And I was like, well, what do you mean different than tracking numbers? And he said, oh, I'm a big journaler. Like, I'll write like, oh, today I went to the store and got angry that I had to try on 25 outfits. So those are things that he does every day. And this man went from not even being Jade on day 41 to purple diamond in 11 months. So one, that shows how quickly things can happen. And two, it's a good reminder that those things are very important. So don't skip your personal development. Include your vision statement every day in part of your personal development. Make sure you're tracking things, right? You know, tracking who you're reaching out to. A lot of people said, well, I've reached out to a ton of people. Well, you may feel that way, but unfortunately, this is a numbers game. And so a ton of people is not probably enough people. When I felt stuck, I said to Andrew, I feel stuck today. And he said, well, how many people did you reach out today? And I said, I just did my follow-ups. And he said, well, then I have nothing to say to you. And I said, damn it. By the way, if you ever work closely with him, he's very blunt. And I sat down and I sent out 25 messages. And I was exhausted. And I did it anyways. Because I want this vision statement to be true. And so on the days when it's really hard and I really don't want to do it, I put on my big girl or boy panties and I do it. Because my life isn't going to change. And a lot of you guys are saying, well, I'm getting a ton of no's. And we've talked about it over and over. You're getting the no's because people are afraid. So if you become afraid of reaching out to these people, you're going to be that person, right? You're going to be that person who isn't taking this opportunity because you're afraid of getting the no's, because you're afraid of reaching out to someone that makes you uncomfortable. Alice is sitting here on this call. Alice, I don't know if you know this. I waited to send you that message for an hour. It was written in my text for an hour, and I sent it, and she instantly wrote back, sure, I'll be there. And then I screenshot it to the group, and I was like, I just sat on this for an hour, and this woman instantly said yes. Okay? So you never know what's going to happen. But this vision statement is going to keep you in a positive mindset for when you're afraid to reach out to that person. I mean, Alice isn't scary. Her and I have been close for years. But it was really just like, oh, like, would she really be interested in this? I know she's not in love with her job, you know?
Hell yes.
Right? And she went all in. Like, she's pumped to make this happen. She's excited about her call next week. And, you know, or is your call tomorrow? Call tomorrow. Don't worry, I don't screw up people's calls. I gave Gabby a heart attack earlier because I thought she meant this call, and she was like, wait, my call can't be at 6. I'm feeding my kid. And I was like, what do you mean your call? They're all on my calendar. So it just dings. I show up. Don't worry. So, but we have fear ourselves. And you guys took the first major step by committing to this. Don't let your fear hold you back from really succeeding with this business. And I am a strong believer, even though it took me 2 years to believe it, that a vision statement can really make a difference there. So I hope you guys really sit down and make that list and listen to it daily. And like I said, if you guys want to share, you can. When I get mine a little bit better formatted, I will share it in the group for everyone as well.
Okay.
All right. Last chance for questions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, great. Gabby, I'll see you in 45 minutes.